Welcome to part 2 of the review. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, please click the screen now and go watch it. Thank you. Well, it's time to head off to the forest and locate the first piece of the will. But first we're gonna have to deal with the weasels. Yep, the weasels are in this game, and they constantly try to catch Roger, who's always tagging along with you. When they show up on screen, they'll try to run you down. If you are unlucky enough to get caught by the weasels, Roger will tell you a joke, and you'll have 9 toon seconds to figure out the punchline. And no, that toon seconds bit wasn't me trying to be funny. That was in the game manual. Anyway, when Roger says his joke, you'll have to press select and sort through the possible punchline. If you guess right, the weasels will laugh and Roger escapes. If you guess wrong or run out of time, Roger gets killed. Wait just a minute! I thought the only way you could kill a toon was to put them in some paint remover.
He calls it the dip.
And now this game is telling me that you can kill them with a simple bonk to the head? Oh, great way of staying consistent with the movie, LJN. You guys are really proving your worth. As for the jokes, they're just not funny. Here, check it out. What's worse than raining cats and dogs? Stepping in a really big poodle? No? Well then what is it? Hailing Benny the cab? Oh, come on. No one would laugh at... never mind. I guess I should also talk about these squares with the P's on them. Can you guess what they are? Are they A, your health, B, punchlines, or C, P blocks? If you answered B, then you're correct! Yeah, these things actually represent the number of punchlines you have. As you keep getting caught by the weasels, the number of punchlines increases and could eventually fill up the whole row. And this is made into serious bullshit because this game doesn't increase the amount of time you have to sort through the punchlines. So eventually you could have so many punchlines that you don't have enough time to check them all. What kind of asshole programmed that? And if you check the manual, LJN actually plays this off as something challenging. Apparently they can't grasp the difference between challenging and bad fucking programming. You can also run into the weasels when you're at a building. If this happens, you won't be able to enter or leave the building and you'll be forced to fight the weasel. Why can't I just leave? I don't know. I stopped questioning LJN a long time ago. Oh, and Roger shows how useful he is by jumping to the top of the screen and not helping me in this fight. Why is he even with me? During these fights, you're going to want to use your fist to win. And you can't just give him a girly punch because that won't really do anything. You need to build up your strength all the way in order to do any real damage. You'd think that all you have to do is just hold down the B button and your strength would build up automatically. But LJN does the retarded method and makes you constantly tap the B button in order to build up your strength. Well, even though it's not like these fights are really hard, you just need 2 falcon punches to kill them. Once we finally get to the forest, we just have to find the cave that has the will inside it. It should be simple, but of course LJN had to screw that up by making it difficult to find the right cave. There must be at least 10 different caves scattered throughout this forest, and the forest is difficult to move your way through because the scenery looks the same no matter where you go. It's disorientating. Not only that, there's this red snake that won't stop chasing you if it finds you, and if it hits you once, you'll die. And then there's the fact that we still have the weasels finding us every few minutes and having to avoid them. Oh, and did I mention that there are some parts of this forest that are designed like a retarded maze? And to top the whole thing off, the will won't always be in the same spot every time you play. So you'll have to just go through each cave and check randomly until you find it. Tell me what part of this sounds like a detective game. Because going to random locations and picking up random things sounds nothing like a detective game. It sounds more like a scavenger hunt than a detective game. And scavenger hunts are always fun in video games, right? Hey, a bird just picked up Roger! Bullshit! I died because of that?! When you find the right cave, you'll need the right tools to get to the piece of the will. Alright, it's dark, so I'm gonna need a flashlight. And now I'm gonna need a way to get over the pit. And Roger can run right over the pit without a problem. Of course, if I try that, I die. Thank you for the consistency, game. I love you for that. Alright, I can use the spring boots to get over the pit, and what do I do now? If I try to approach the will, the snake will attack and kill me. And if you're like me, you won't know how to get past the snake the first time you meet him since the process isn't obvious. Alright, this calls for a game of What the fuck are you supposed to do? Can you figure out how to get past the snake in this game? Is the answer A, talk with the snake and have him tell you what to do? B, use the spring boost and jump over the snake? Or C, the manual explains what to do? And the answer is A! How are you supposed to know that Eddie's parcel tongue? It's not like this happened in the movie, and I can't talk to any of the other animals that are trying to kill me. So why can I talk to snakes suddenly? And the snake doesn't so much tell you what he wants more than he hint towards it. His tail doesn't work? Oh, a rattlesnake! I need a rattle! Yeah, that is not clever, LJN. Not at all. Let's just get the... What the hell? There's a sliding glitch in this game, and LJN put a key item right next to a pit that you can't even see, and I lose a life because of it? I'm supposed to believe that this game was play-tested? Fuck you, LJN! Anyway, once you finally get the pieces of the will from the forest in Los Angeles, it's time to enter Toontown. Unfortunately, someone put a brick wall of inconvenience in front of the tunnel, and we need to destroy it using the dynamite and plunger we found. Worst explosion ever! Enough about that though, let's head to Toontown. When you enter, prepare to get raped in the ears, because LJN decided to give Toontown a very annoying soundtrack. Do you recognize it? No? Well, let me give you a hint. I guess I really shouldn't complain that much, though. They did put something from the movie in the game, so I should be grateful. And thanks to these long stretches of single-lane roads, getting caught by the weasels has never been easier. When you finally reach the first city in Toontown, you go back to the ever-fun task of checking buildings for random items. Oh, how we missed that so. Only now, searching the buildings are much harder. Instead of being consistent with the building's size and interior, every building interior in Toontown is very long. It's as if LJN realized, hey, we're in Toontown now, fuck any sense of logic or reason we were using earlier, we can make this world any way we want! And as for the convenience we had in Los Angeles, where we could just ask people in rooms if there were items around, you can forget it here, because now all the rooms are filled with shoes and animals. This makes the rooms dangerous to search, because you can easily take a hit while searching them if you're not careful. Alright, let's just ask and see if someone knows it. Hey! Whoa! Wait just a minute! What happened? I just got raped by a pair of sneakers while talking to someone! What kind of cowabunga shit is this? Oh, and when the... What? There's a third part to this review? You couldn't have summed up an NES game in just 2 videos? Ugh, Overlord, you are full of fail. Ugh. Alright, anyone who's still interested in this pile of crap can go watch the third part, I suppose. But please, for your soul, stop right now. Do yourself a favor.